Kellie Wood, Deputy Head of Fixed Income here in Australia at Schroders. I manage the fixed income team here in Australia, so predominantly I'm a fund manager, but also a responsibility for the team here. As a fund manager, I have a real passion for investing, but more recently I've been on this leadership journey, and it's made me think more strategically about how we go about building a business and setting up a platform for growth within fixed income. As I embarked on my career as a graduate, I really enjoyed macroeconomics. So looking at policy, growth and inflation, what's really driving bond markets. And when I had the opportunity early on to decide whether to go into bond markets or equity markets, I certainly chose the more technical asset class, but I love a challenge. And I don't know, fixed income is just, I love it. And it's just, I don't think I could do anything else. So, I think back to one of my earlier mentors, and he said to me, look, there's only 3 rules about funds management. Stay close to the money, stay close to the money, stay close to the money. And that's what I've done. I love investing, and I don't think that will change. For us, our team has been through a lot of change. We have restructured over the last few months, so there has been, it feels like a lot of disruption and change, and my role in that has been to lead the team through that period and position us for growth. And the challenge has been dealing with change. I think people deal with change very differently. Some love it, I love it, but others, it's difficult. And trying to really manage those fears, but also encourage inspiration in terms of moving forward has really been important in terms of my journey of leadership through that hard period of change. My adaptive challenge was to listen more and tell less, which is extremely difficult for me because I am a teller. So my adaptive challenge was to communicate with impact, working with my team in terms of building trust, alignment within the team, and really working towards a common goal in terms of moving the business forward. I am very much want to drive things forward and do it on my own, where my leadership journey is now one to bring people along. So instilling trust, working alongside team members and working in that alignment in terms of producing one common goal or one outcome, which is ultimately to build the fixed income business. The LIFT program came at probably the best time for me in terms of my journey into leadership. We were looking at a restructure within the business, a period of change, but also an opportunity for me to grow as a leader and working on what is my potential, like what are the skills that I offer up that would be beneficial for leadership. I think spending time thinking about those things, but also what is my brand? Like, what is my leadership brand? What do I want to stand for? They were 2 really key points in terms of what I was focusing on in the program. I think now in terms of what I do forward in terms of leadership, I always like to try and be working above the line rather than below the line. I do feel like I was spending a lot of time below the line. So I think forcing myself to think strategically about the business makes me operate in that sort of zone of genius, and I'm loving that a lot. I guess why I have been so successful in my career is having sponsors within the businesses that I've been working in, and working alongside Sam on my career path over the next 5 years has been really helpful. But having those sponsors within the business is just so valuable in terms of progressing your career, but always having leaders within the business that are always championing your success. And I think that's where you can really feel valued as an investor within a business, and it really helps you become a better leader. It's tough, but I love it. I like having a lot going on, and I feel like I really thrive when I have a lot of balls in the air. Certainly having a supportive husband who also works full-time and 2 busy boys is a challenge, but you know, we do a lot together and we like to have that sort of busy, crazy lifestyle. In terms of how I get through it, like I do outsource a lot. We even have dog walkers, which sounds extreme, but we do have a lot of help, and I don't think I would be able to do what I do today without help and that structure around me.